to JAX 2012 right here in San Francisco. I'm very happy to meet here Charlie Nutter right before the conference ends. And the very special thing about Charlie is he just won the JAX Innovation Award. Congratulations, Charlie.
Yes, thank you. Very exciting.
This was a special jury award. That means this is the award which has been exclusively decided by the jury group for what you've been doing for JRuby and the JVM. Please, maybe you tell us a little bit, what the hell have you been doing since you've been working independently on JRuby, then at Sun, then at Engineered, now Red Hat, always following the same goal, making JRuby better, right?
Right. Well, we've always wanted to, first of all, make a really good Ruby implementation. We like the language, there's a lot of other people that like the language out there. Wanted to make a good, compatible, solid Ruby implementation first. And that required working on a lot of compatibility tricks, looking under the covers in the JVM. Thankfully, we have the source, and we can look at the actual code of the JVM and the JDK. And then beyond that, starting to move and try and make JRuby the best Ruby implementation. Working with the JVM folks a lot, working with the Java folks to get optimizations like Invoke Dynamic in place, to figure out ways we can improve the JVM going forward. And it's been interesting. I've always hoped that the process of building JRuby would help us build a better Java ecosystem too.
Yeah. It means, so then finally you arrived at implementing the fastest Ruby version. When was this?
Well, it started with the Invoke Dynamic work that they landed as part of Java 7 last spring. And then they did another round, added some optimizations. We worked very closely, with the JVM guys throughout the development of Invoke Dynamic, helping them test our code, tossing them benchmarks and code dumps back and forth. And probably about halfway through 2011, when they got those optimizations in place, things were starting to look really good. All of our numbers were considerably better than they were. And it's just continued to improve as we're coming.
Speaking about Invoke Dynamic, this is really a mechanism which makes the JVM really polyglot, right?
Yes. It really opens up the JVM to any sort of dispatch, method calling mechanisms, ways of looking up constant values, ways of hashing values. It's already changing Java as well. The Lambda support that's going to be in Java 8 is going to use Invoke Dynamic under the covers in various aspects. So it's completely changing the way the JVM is going.
So one aspect and the rationale of the jury for the award was really this guy, Charlie Nutter, was always working on making JRuby and the JVM better, independently, which sponsor stands behind him. Of course, it's not only himself alone, it's a whole bunch of friends, But maybe you can tell us a little bit how today a person like you can have an impact on the OpenJDK.
Well, the first thing to do for anybody who wants to get involved with OpenJDK is to pull it down, get a build on your own. It's not difficult to build anymore. It's very easy to get a piece of, get any one of the snapshots pulled down and built. Get involved in the various JDK development lists. The hotspot compiler list is out there, the GC list is out there, the MLVM list, where a lot of Invoke Dynamic and multi-language features are being discussed, is out there, and of course the JVM languages list, which is kind of the large grab bag of all the language implementers built out there. It's really just a matter of trying out the JDK, trying to explore some of the new features that are coming along, and the new patches that are under discussion. And get familiar with it like you would with any other open source project.
And in the end, so there was many, let's say, discussions during last year about openness, etc. Are you happy with the degree of openness which we have today?
Actually, I am. I was always cautiously optimistic about OpenJDK and how it would go under Oracle, but I've been happy with the level of openness. They're continuing to move things to be even more open, the JCP process, all the JSRs. They seem to be doing things well as far as keeping it open and keeping the process accessible for everyone.
Great. So, thanks again for coming.
Absolutely.
And all the best for your future projects.
Thanks very much.
Very happy that we have people like you in the Java ecosystem.
I'm glad to be here.
Okay.
All right. Thanks a lot, Sebastian.